So we're just going live on YouTube. I'll share from YouTube to Facebook later on. All right, everyone. Thank you very much for being here. This is the Canadian marketing team, and my name is Odin Xavier. Let's get right into it. Before everyone got here today, we had a bit of a round table where we got to know a number of the individuals that are visiting with us here today. And I want to say thank you for showing up early and thank you for participating live here today. Just really want you to be present, put those cell phones away. Really, knowledge is power, and I'm going to be sharing a lot of information here with you today. Take notes. You have a 2 to 100% to 300% better chance of remembering what you're learning here today when you do take notes. I take notes. I even take notes when I'm speaking because I come up with ideas. So we really want you to provide positive feedback. There is a chat function. Would you please talk in the chat function? You're going to notice that there's going to be a fading in and out of my camera sometimes. It's just a glitch for today. Sorry about that. Also, it's going to take a little bit of strength to go here because I do talk fast and I want to give you as much information as I possibly can. I'm going to ask you to think outside the box. And we do have a special offer at the end so that there's no rabbits out of a hat. So, are you confusing being busy with being successful? This right here has a couple spelling mistakes. I don't know if you can notice them or anything like that. But according to marketing research, it doesn't matter what order the letters of your marketing are. The only important thing is that your first and last letter be in the right place. The rest can be a total mess and your clients are still going to understand your marketing message without a problem. I have examples of that in almost everything I do. I want to be perfect. And ultimately, what's more important is getting the job done, getting the message out there, and people understand that you'll become better and better and better at what you're doing. Because prospective clients don't read every letter by itself, but as a word, every word as a whole. And as a professional, we can also understand that other professionals are human beings, so we can have a bit of compassion for them. If you notice that what I asked in the beginning is I want you guys to think outside the box, have positive energy. I'm looking for zappers to work with, people that are upbeat, energetic, and understand that, hey, they want to get something done when we work together. So let's talk about the must-nots of profitable marketing. The must-nots of profitable marketing is, or let's talk about the musts of profitable marketing is, you definitely need to have the business equation. So write this down for yourself. This is how business runs. You're no different than anyone else. All business runs this way, period. You have to generate leads. And then those leads have to buy from you. That's what we call a conversion. And that's what we call a customer then, someone who's purchased for you. And then we don't know the number of transactions. Maybe it's 1 transaction, 2 transactions, 3, 4, 5, 10 transactions that you do with us. We have the number of transactions. Then the average average sale value. So this is how much they spend with us whenever they do visit, the total revenue, and then our margins. So when we create a marketing plan, we have 56 ways to generate leads, 67 ways to help with conversions, 43 ways to increase the number of transactions, 41 ways to increase the average sale value, and 49 ways to increase margins. So we really want you to realize that when you're building a marketing plan, there's lots of choices. And so we want you to pick the right choices for your business. And we're going to go through the basics of today of what you need to go through, but you can definitely build your marketing plan and customize that week to week, day to day, month to month. So the must nots. You must not mistake revenue for profits. Oh, you can make a lot of money and give it all away and still be making nothing. So we want to be avoiding that. Offer boring platitudes. The platitudes are the same things that everyone else is saying, that it's a family-run business. We've been in business for 25 years. You get the best deal with us. All the same things that everyone says, that you can basically replace their name and put your name, and it's now your message. So we're looking for something a little bit different. Buying into brand awareness before it's time. Well, that's a big mistake. Where we believe that branding has a place, but we also know that you don't have a budget necessarily to be spending millions of dollars for repetitive advertising. So what we really want is we want to make sure that your message is educating and creating lifelong quality people that purchase with you and from you. Let perfection stop you from starting. I know this one guy, he's got an amazing program. It's just top notch. We got him everything, but he keeps on wanting it to be perfect. Keeps on redoing the presentation. Why? It doesn't make any sense. Just get it done as good as it is for today and make it better tomorrow. No big deal. Or confusing being busy with being successful. Time management, it truly, when we want to do something, time management is great. When we have to do something, time management is difficult. So it's how do we get that want behind what we're doing? And thinking scarcity in an abundant world, or stopping marketing, not continuing with that process. These are the must-nots in marketing. You must be doing everything to stop this in your business. So let's talk a little bit about myself. This is me, I'm Odin. Hey guys, how you doing? I've been doing this for quite some time. I have a long history in marketing and sales, and I've got you can check out my LinkedIn page if you like. I'm the only Odin Xavier that I know of. This is my wife. We've been together for over 20 years now. So I believe in lifelong relationships. This is my son right over here. He's a little older now than that picture, but it was so cute. I couldn't change it. And this is my daughter. And I love them both. They're fantastic. And I do get enough time with them. Thank goodness. I think it was really important for me to be able to have enough time with my children this time around. And I definitely have that. I would say I have a blessed life, and I'd like for you guys to have a blessed life the way I've got. So let's talk about the message, the market, and the media. We have to create something to say. And that creating something to say is not always very easy to come up with, the words. So what we're going to be talking about is research. I'll be giving you some good tips on research as we go on, but then you have to find someone to say it to. And so that's where we're talking about database building, database management, and then you have to go and say it to them. So otherwise stated, it's the message, the market, and the media. So when we talk about the message, it's what is it that you're saying? What is your message? We spend a lot of time, guys, making sure that you as business owners understand how to craft, maintain, and also innovate your message so that you're always a step ahead from the people in the marketplace that want to gain your market share. And then when it comes to the market, of course, we're talking about who is your target market. And then we talk about the media. We talk about which areas you're going to be going to generate those leads. Is it going to be online or is it going to be offline? Because offline, traditional marketing, direct mail, all that still very much works. Even more today, I would say. So let's share with you what we're going to be going through today. We're going to be going through all of this. We're going to be going through conducting your research. We're going to be going through creating your key performance indicators. We're going to be talking about creating a unique selling proposition, an irresistible offer, a process to say it, a target audience to say it to. We're going to be talking about social proof, creating publicity and advertising, low cost, no cost promotions, because we all need those to test and measure whether our messages are good or not. Before we go and spend $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 in marketing, we want to spend that $100, $200, $300 in small test runs to make sure we're going to get a return on the dollars that we're spending. That's what makes it warranted. And that's what makes marketing and sales so great, because you're able to do an investment of your money and you know you're going to get a return. It's not just throwing away a dollar and wishing for something to come back. It doesn't work that way, not the way that we do business at least. So creating business equity we'll talk about. We're going to be talking about word of mouth on steroids, sales surges, and also a mindset that embraces technology. So are we ready? Ready to go? All right, here we go. Research your competition. This is my secret for building websites, for anything. I mean, this right here is the greatest secret in all your business and creating copy for sure. What I do is, let's say I had an electrical company, just for example, that I wanted to work with. What I would do is I would go and research electrical companies, the top electrical companies, and what they're doing for marketing and what they're saying. And I have some pretty cool ad resources to see what ads they're spending and so on. So find all that stuff. And you're going to go to Toronto, you're going to go to Quebec, you're going to go all around along the East Coast, and you're going to find 10 cities that you're going to go and research. And you're going to find out exactly what they're saying, everything that they're saying. 10 of them. If you can do 15 or 20, even better. Yes, it's going to take time. Now, this is where my project management for marketing and doing marketing plans comes into mind. How long does it take you to do all this? This is what we call a SMART system. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timeline. This is what I want you guys to understand how to do. Not just some willy-nilly goal out there. We want your business to succeed, and succeed means we have to plan. So, who is in the same game as you? Research them. I just gave you the trick. Check them out, and then take all their stuff and put it on a Word document. How's that sound? And then from there, what we're going to take a look is all their pricing. We're going to take a look at all their packaging. We're going to take a look at their unique selling proposition. Remember, these are the top in their industry to the best of your ability. You want to do the top 3, top 10 local competitors, but you never want to copy them. You just want to see what it is that they're doing and where you fit in the marketplace. You want to see what free offers they've got, where they are in regards to locations, what headlines they're using. Copy all of it. This is worth the time. And Jason's like, heaven, yeah. Yeah. He said the opposite of that. He said, hell yeah. But, he knows that the research is where the business is. The research is what makes copywriting easy for a copywriter. You don't have to take it out of your head when you have people around you that are helping you out. What I typically do when I'm writing copy is I then take all the best copy and I take about 10% of each of them and I change every 5th word. It's a little bit of work, but hey, it now becomes authentically mine and my marketing is one step ahead. So I'm also going to be looking at their websites. If they have newsletters, I'll sign up for them. I want to see if they have any mail. There's no such thing as junk mail when it comes to marketing. None. Guys, I keep a lot of the marketing stuff. All the traditional advertising I throw out, but everything with the 4 elements of marketing, I keep and put it into my swipe file. And you're probably wondering, what are the 4 elements of marketing? So let me go through that very quickly. Write this down. The 4 elements of marketing are get attention. You got to get attention. And then you got to engage your clients. So get attention. You get attention with a headline. That's the secret here. That's why we're looking at headlines and seeing what headlines are working. And then what you do is you engage them. So we engage them with sub-headlines. Typically our headline, our first initial headline on the top is a pain-oriented headline that addresses the problem, the pain, the frustration, the issues that they have, typically, the first headline. And then the engage headline beneath that is the headline that promises a solution for the pain problems that they've got. So that would be the engage element. The next one is educate. So get attention, engage, educate. The educate is where we actually show them what solutions we've got for them. So get attention, engage, educate, and then finally a low cost, no cost offer that they can get to know you a little bit more than before. It's their choice. And it's the call me or get a free quote typically doesn't work that great, but it is always a solution you can give to if you have nothing else. So you want to be looking for all the hidden benefits. You want to learn, and then you want to learn from them, and then you want to do what they're not doing. You can turn you can turn all their mistakes into your wins when you do this. This should not take you more than 10 of them. I think if you were to put 3 hours into this, you can get some pretty reasonable results. 3 hours is a lot, by the way. I think 90 minutes is probably all you would need, but let's keep going. Creating your key performance indicators. You have to identify which key performance indicators you're going to be using. And a key performance indicator is your baseline, and it's part of your sales process. So one of the things we're not talking in our marketing program here today maybe a little bit later, is your sales mapping or your sales process. And this is a part of that sales process or sales mapping that we're talking about here. So identifying your KPIs, and I'll give you an example. Recently, I just bought a list. I purchased a list, and the list had 9,000 people in it. And so I had to determine my key performance indicators. First thing that I was given suggestion is I had to make sure that this list was scrubbed. So I went and I used an email scrubber. Perfect. I spent, I think, $100 on that. That's great. Next thing that I needed to do is I needed to make sure that, so I went and got an emailing system. So I went from 9,000 to about 7,000 people on that list. So that's my first KPI, less leads, okay? The next part of the information, what I did is I put it into a company called Constant Contact. I just paid $100. That's all I did. And I put 4,000 names into it. And what I did is I created a very emotionally based message. It was very emotional, very personable. It was like I'm talking to you right now, no different than this. And what happened was that I tried to phone all these people, but ultimately I couldn't get through. No one was in their offices. It was ridiculous. So I sent the message and I got a 23% open rate. A 23% open rate, guys. That's over 750 people responded to this message. That's a key performance indicator. So that's what you want to be looking. My next key performance indicator was how many people opened. My next one from there is how many people registered. My next one from there is how many people actually signed up and started working with us in that capacity. And that's for your same business, by the way. It's the exact same process. But you got to figure that out for yourself, and you got to keep track. Knowing these numbers, especially for a marketing professional, sales professional like myself, knowing these numbers instead of having to tell you them, you knowing them and coming to the table with them and helping you work them out even better, really maximizes the time that we have. It really does. So you want to know your sales conversions. You want to know the names on the database, how many names you've got. You want to know the number of times you've contacted them, how many people have referred to you. And I use something called Agile CRM, and I don't get paid. I'm not a referral for them or anything. I'm not a affiliate, nothing. Agile CRM is what I use. And it really does a great job tracking everything. It's free. It allows me to track all this information that I need to be able to track. It lets me open up the email, see which emails are opened up and so on. Remember, I used Constant Contact a moment ago as well as an emailer. So I use multiple different tools, but all in order to track the KPIs. Very, very, very important. The first thing that I do when we talk is I want to know what are your KPIs? Where are you at? What's in your funnel? What do you have going on right now? What do you need help with? What are you closing on? What about the clients you talked to 6 months ago? Have you talked to them? Where are they in your follow-up process? And that's where we talk about the letter sent, the thank you messages, the referral requests. Marketing is not just something you do one day. It's not just one event. It's something you do all the time, consistently. So how many new people are coming in? How many special events you've got? You can track everything and be crazy about it, or you can be very simple about it. And ultimately, it's how many people are coming in, how many people convert, what are the number of transactions you've had, and what is the average dollar sale. You need to know this. Everyone does. How many free offers you provided, how many free people you've helped. Today, I got on the phone with someone and I listened about time and a revolutionary new time idea for the entire world. It's an invention. Mind-blowing how cool it is. And that's a key performance indicator. I keep track of all of that. You want to know, and you want to have a quarterly and a yearly review of your key performance indicators, ideally with your coach. Let's talk about your unique, Vladimir, that's right, Vladimir. So create a unique selling proposition. So a unique selling proposition is not something that you just create overnight. It's something that comes along with time, effort, energy. The no worry guarantee that James has earlier that he mentioned for his real estate company, for James, you can unmute yourself and say what your company is just quickly.
Property management.
Or what the name of the company is.
Oh, the company is Real Property Management.
Real Property Management, thank you. So we understood that the problem that all owners have is at night, if you have a bad tenant, you're worrying. No matter what, you're worrying. So he came up with a don't worry guarantee, I'll worry for you. And then he lays out everything that he worries about for you. That's a pretty unique selling proposition. So you want to explain your proposition against the competition. You want to explain why you are the best to choose. You want to explain why you will deliver in comparison to the competition. You want to make it quantifiable. This is something that you will have to work on. And I think that we could about this typically, some people get it right away. Some people don't get it right away. It really takes quite a bit of brainstorming, but as a group, we could do pretty good with it. So we can identify the number one frustration that customers have. For James, it was the worry. So do you know how? What I do is, so hold a focus group, and then you're going to be able to find. So this is all the things that you can do in order to create a unique selling proposition for yourself. So you would essentially in your marketing plan, your smart marketing plan, what you would decide to do is you decide this week, I'm going to do research for 3 hours. Then what I'm going to do next week for an hour and a half to 2 hours, I'm going to work on my key performance indicators. The week after that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on my unique selling proposition. I'm going to spend 2 hours on that. And this is exactly how you create a marketing plan for yourself. The difference is this: you have to have an intestinal fortitude. It's certainly true. What I mean by that is that you have to have the willpower to get up and actually do it on your own. And this is where people enjoy working in groups, or they enjoy working with a coach. And what we do is we actually work on it together and produce that result in the time that we have together. It's totally fun. Create an irresistible offer. Oh, I really enjoy the irresistible offer. It's something you get to play with, and there's some great players online that make irresistible offers that you can be learning from. So what you want to do is whatever your irresistible offer is, and we have an irresistible offer. We're going to be sharing with it at the end, by the way, and you can check that out. But you want to make sure that you promote it. So if you have a free website review and you don't talk about your free website review when you're doing a networking, then you're losing out on the opportunity about doing a free website review in regards to the 4 elements of marketing. And so you always want to talk about if you have something so cool and unique that other people don't have. For instance, whatever you can do to promote it. And I want to talk, Tracy, I can see Tracy right now. You have a mandala business. So what if your freebie offer was to create a unique mandala for that individual? That's something really interesting. That's incredible value. That's something you could promote, because a personal mandala, a mandala represents perfection. It's the idea of perfection. Everything is balanced. Everything is in harmony. And when people are searching out a mandala, they want to represent the inner and outer harmony that they have reached within themselves. This is incredible value when you're able to personalize a mandala for them. That's interesting. I've never heard of such a thing. No one's promoted such a thing like that. Maybe that's interesting as a special value. So you want to advertise it everywhere. You want to make sure that it's free and an easy lead into your company. And you want to do as many free and easy lead-ins as you can. Maybe a special report of everything you need to know about mandalas and what they represent, because not a lot of people understand what I just said in regards to mandalas. You have to actually have a certain knowledge base. And in the education spectrum, someone who doesn't know is over here, but what our job is to bring them along the education spectrum. And when somebody knows what a mandala is and gets to this point where they're saying, I wonder who does personalized mandalas to represent my perfection internally and externally, who does that kind of thing? Then that's where they start doing research right around here. And that's where our marketing comes into play, is in this area. A lot of advertising is looking over here. It's the 5% that are ready to buy right now. A lot of people are competing in this place, a lot of money, billions of dollars being spent. Lots of money in branding right there. So we play over here and we build relationships because we find that relationships actually pay. When you're genuine and you really want to help people, people really want to help you back. It's an awesome thing. I love it. So maybe you offer a free website review or a sponsorship or a membership of something with a whole bunch of value. Maybe a free phone consultation or a subscription to a newsletter. Maybe it's a 1-800 recording, whatever you can think of. I've given you lots of ideas here. Maybe what you do is you do a no payment for 6 months. Maybe it's a Las Vegas free drinks, and whatever it is, just think of something you can start giving away for free to educate the people that are coming to you. And it doesn't matter what your business is. Like for an electrician, for instance, if you're an electrician, I know there's an electrician here today. You can come up with a report, everything you need to know about electricians, what you should be asking, and what they're afraid you'll ask. Ooh, just that alone makes me, if I'm looking for a good electrician, that would capture my attention in comparison to all the other electricians that have nothing like that. If I wanted to make my way into a marketplace, that is. There's a number of other great strategies if you're in trades that we can talk about. So have a process to say it. So this is where we start. So did I say it wrong, Tracy?
It's okay.
Okay. Well, that's all right. We can all laugh. So next thing is a process to say it. And this is where we're talking about a sales process and a sales system. So one of the things, by the way, guys, in our presentations, I love the interaction. It's all about the interaction. I'm seeing thanks. I'm seeing tons of comments and everything going on. This is exactly what we need when we're doing networking online. We need this live interaction. We need to say, haha, you said it wrong. And I need to say, oh man, it was like, I'll go check it out later on. I'm not going to beat myself up because earlier on I said, hey, are we striving for perfection or are we just wanting to get the job done? We want to get the job done, right? I open a window here, guys. Oh yeah. So this is real life. This is, I want this to be real for us. So storyboarding your process. What we have a 3-part sales video process. It typically takes about 4 weeks for us to go through. It's just so fantastic. And what we do is we storyboard your whole process, and you don't have to take it in 4 weeks. We can storyboard this a lot quicker. So when you storyboard your process, what you're doing is you're looking to see, when do you meet a prospect? So if let's say you decided that you were going to create a freebie offer, and that your irresistible offer at the end is going to be a special report, because I like special reports. They're easy to put together. So what I have is where do I get my prospect? Well, I'm going to get my prospect from social media, for an example. So the first part is going to be social media lead. The second part is going to be, all right, what do I do? All right, I'm going to communicate about, in social media, I'm going to communicate about, I know about marketing. So I'm going to communicate about marketing. And so the first step is what I'm going to offer. I'm going to offer, let's just use an easier example for me. Let's use a free event. How's that sound? So what we did is we storyboarded the first process. So who do we know that likes free events, especially about marketing? Well, business owners. So we knew the target market and the prospects was business owners. Where do business owners hang out? Well, they hang out at a whole bunch of different places. They hang out on Alignable, on Meetup, on LinkedIn, in person, everywhere. Business owners, you can phone them up. They're in the magazine. They're all over the place. So then what we did is we said, okay, how do we get messages to them? We decided that we send a number of different messages and so on. And then what we do is we have X amount of people that registered, and we know what that process is. And we just storyboard the entire thing, every single step. And if you don't have the ability to storyboard it yet, no big deal. There's lots of examples that we have and templates that we have that we'll be able to share with you. But you need to develop this process. And it needs to be developed in such a way that you can give it to a virtual assistant to do that for you. As an example, if you're wanting to build out a joint venture and you're able to build out a joint venture process where you figure out who's the person you want to joint venture with, and you communicate with them, and then you give them the messages that you want them to send out to their list, and then you give them the free offer, and you give them the landing page, and you give them all that stuff all prepared. It's a lot easier to do a joint venture, and a lot easier to have a virtual assistant or an assistant do that for you. That's when you can start leveraging your business up. So what we do is we create systems for you to understand. So then eventually you start giving those systems to other people so that you can create more of the 43 ways of generating leads or the 50 ways of doing conversions. Most businesses are only doing 1, 2, or 3 ways of generating leads. 1, 2, or 3, maybe 4 or 5 if they're lucky. So imagine if you were doing 30 or 40 different ways of generating leads, what you could do for your business. Testing and measuring is important, and having a process to say it is really important. So create a list of questions. So always follow the process. That's also really important. One of the things why I want you to put this together is because when we get together, either in group or one-on-one or breakout group or whatever, I want you to explain it to me. It's going to be really important. When you explain it to me, I'm going to be able to fill in the blanks, because we're here because you want to know what I know so that you can not make the mistakes I make or made, or have any of the other business owners made to the time that I've been here. You want all that experience given to you. So write it down, really important. I can really speed the process up for you. Just ask Jason, he'll say yes on that one. And James as well. There's a number of people here that work with me personally. Dr. D is another one actually. So create that list of questions, and questions are not always easy to create. So this is where we can come up and we can brainstorm. A lot of this stuff is really not easy to do. Quite frankly, it's just not. And I'm a parent, guys. I wouldn't be in business today if it wasn't for Odin, is what Jason says. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate that. So the idea here is that it's not easy to do this business on your own, just like it's not easy to grow up on your own. That's it's good to have parents who kind of help you grow up. And so I take a parenting approach to the way that I work with people. I understand that we were all children at one point, and we all needed someone to show us how to do something, and then again show us how to do something, and then show us how to do that again. And then what we do is you can do it on your own. So Odin listens to me complain about bad tenants and I help him with it. It's true, actually. I do have a background in real estate, so I understand that stuff. So subordinate questions for closing. You have to become an amazing salesperson, guys. And what I mean by amazing salesperson is that you have to genuinely want to help people with the problems that they have. So anyone can make a sale, but it's delivering on that sale that counts. It's delivering that product. It's delivering that, it's delivering what you said you would deliver. And ideally motivating the people that you're working with to want what it is that you delivered. And so becoming a good salesperson is really becoming a more perfect you. Tracy, that's directed to you there, because it really is. The better you become, the better you are at asking people to say, hey, I've got this great value. Take a look at this, and then take a look at other value, compare it, and then let's start working together. That's not really a sale. That's more of a like, you're here, we're ready to work, let's start working. What are you waiting for? And that's just a positioning statement. It takes practice to do that. And you can start doing that. You're all capable of it, every one of you. So lifetime value of a customer. Oh, geez, if you don't know the lifetime value of a customer, you have to know this. The lifetime value of a customer is what allows you to actually create a marketing budget. It's what allows you to understand how come you're in business for yourself instead of working for someone else as an employee. It's how come we decided to take our own time and to work more and longer hours initially in order to get that reward, and to take the 2 and 3 or 4 jobs at whatever it takes, right? You have to know the lifetime value of a customer. It's really important. If you're selling coffee at $1, the lifetime value of a client may be a year or 2 or 3 years. Like Tim Hortons knows the lifetime value of a client might be 30 years. So they're banking on you going and buying that $1 coffee for the next 30 years. And they know what that number is. And so they then take a portion of their marketing budget and they start putting Tim Hortons in your face. That's how they do marketing. They have professionals do it, guys. The owners don't do the marketing. They have professionals do the marketing, but you're not in that position yet. No big deal. You'll get there. We build systems to create that. And the process of saying it is the way to do that. Many of us don't have rich parents to pay for absolutely everything. I know I don't. I had to work for what I've got. And I tell you, I put in the hours. I think that all of you that know who I am know that I do the work. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here today. You're here, you do the work. Create your target audience. Oh, geez. Guys, in the early days, this stuff people would say to me, and it made sense to me. And I've been repeating this now, guys, for 10 years. And after 10 years of repeating it again and again and again and again and again, it doesn't get boring. It gets more exciting. It really does get more exciting, because when I have a target market and I know what their hot buttons are, and I know what their pain buttons are, and I know what their problems are, and their frustrations, and their fears, and their anxieties, and I know what, because guys, 80% of life is negative feelings. Only 20% is good feelings of caring and happiness. If you do any study on emotional intelligence and persuasive marketing and writing, you'll know that a majority of our life is we're always working towards happiness and caring. So you want to know your target market. When you can understand and get into their feelings, you find that hungry audience, and they really are. They want what you've got. They'll click, they'll ask, they want it. You have to find out where they are, though. So you want to do geo-targeting, farm postal codes, very important. You can do that. The postal company allows you to do postal code research. You can do that. You can do it in specific neighborhoods. I'm working with a real estate agent now, one of the top real estate agents, and he's geo-targeting. He's decided to own certain areas, and he's putting together marketing plans. And he said to me this, he goes, "Odin, I don't expect anything to come from this for the next 12 months. That's exactly what he said. He goes, but in 12 months, I'm going to tell you, it's all going to pay off, because he's done it before. He understands 12 months. And I was like, oh, it's so refreshing to talk to a business owner that understands how marketing is a long-term process. It's not something you just do once and hope for the best. It's something you do ongoing and you keep building it. So demographic targeting really does work. You need to know this stuff. When we go through the 9 steps of building your target market, by the end of it, you're going to be as jazzed as I am in understanding what we're talking about here. Because when you have a target market, business becomes so much easier. You know who you're working with. Associations, the Chamber of Commerce, networking groups, colleagues and fellow members, clubs. You can double your energy and triple your sales when you have a target audience. When you're just kind of shooting all over the place, it doesn't really help. That's why Facebook's algorithm is really good when you start spending money on the marketing and you're working with an ad manager. By the way, we have an ad manager that we work with. And so what you're able to do is they're able to really see and really target and really get down to the nitty-gritty and reduce your overall cost of client acquisition. And you want a low cost of client acquisition. And you want to know what the lifetime value of your client is. That's all to do with your target market, every bit of it. So let's talk about social proof. This is Tyler. Oh, Tyler. So over $40,000 in revenue in my first month in the new business. That's true. Guys, I'm a coach's coach. I teach other coaches how to go out and have a successful coaching business. And Tyler happened to be a coach that just came on board with us. And in the first month, we made him $40,000, and he's really happy about that. That's great. I mean, I got lots of examples of that kind of stuff, and you need it for yourself. You have to have social proof. It's very, very important for everything that you're doing. I actually eliminated a whole bunch of the testimonials at the beginning of the presentation because it was just too much social proof. You guys just need to, by hearing me, I know what you guys know. I know what I'm talking about by just listening to what I'm saying. So personal endorsements. Very good. You've had a number of personal endorsements here. We had James, we had Jason, we had a number of people verbally actually say it out loud. Pictures of before and after, if the dentists are really important, staging pictures, or if you're doing staging before and afters for building construction. Testimonials are amazing. We have a full-on testimonial process. You can check out the YouTube page. It's free on there. There's so much free stuff on the YouTube page, guys. What you got to do is you got to get good at really narrowing down what you want to grow your business on, because there's so much information. You got to become good at really narrowing down how you're going to be spending your time in order to grow your business and generate more leads. So if you have a large number of existing clients, it's going to really help you by sending a message out and saying, hey guys, what do you think about the work I've been doing? And can you please give me a testimonial? It's also a way to re-engage them. We've had over a 30% increase in business by just re-engaging past clients. That's it. Just send a message to your past clients, guys. That alone, if you just do that, a small little email to your past clients saying, hey guys, what have you been up to? I have a few spaces for some extra business. You know what I do. You like what I do. Who could you recommend? That works. You're not looking for 100%. You're just looking for 30%. So what about digitalizing all your services on a DVD or an MP3 and somehow making what you do digital so that you can, like testimonials, for instance. So we have a DVD in a testimonial of a bunch of people that are talking about how great we are. We also have it as an MP3, and now guess what? Everything is digital online. So, but remember, direct marketing still works. If you send someone a DVD, they're going to go look at the DVD player. We still use tapes, guys. You remember the 1990s cassette tapes? They work, and they're actually amazing. And we have this Mission Impossible one that I'm just repurposing right now. And I'm actually, guess what? I'm going to probably send the tape recorder along with it because it's so cool. $20. So what? It's going to be a great effect. Next, use advertising, but only use advertising after you've tested and measured and know what your cost of client acquisition is. It's really important. So you want proof. It helps with making a decision. So create free publicity and advertising. Join forces with a charity. All of this requires work, by the way. All of this requires work. So everything at this point, right now, we're at number 8, and you're probably thinking, oh my God, how much more can we do? Guys, this is a 12-month process that you never stop. Never stops. What you do is you set up your first 12 months, and then you repeat that 12 months, and you kind of dust off what you've done, and you revisit it. And then if you want to pivot it a little bit, or if you want to add a little more work to it, you start building that energy. And then the third year, you do the same thing. And by that third year, and you know, it takes most businesses 3 years to really get up and running and successful. You just really have to get through those first 3 years, or you have to have $100,000, one or the other, right? But the point is that you can really plan for this. If you want to make, and that's only by working about an hour to 2 hours a week. If you really want to ramp this up, if you really want to ramp it up, spend 2 hours a day. 2 hours a day working on the business doing this, and your business in 12 months will not look the same. It's impossible. You will outmarket your competition. You will. So be the expert, do public speaking, write books. Writing books is as simple as you simply pressing record on Zoom, going to a great, a resource is temi.com. I just upload the recording. It spits out a transcript, and then I give it to a virtual assistant, and I say, turn this into a special report. It doesn't take more than 2 hours to write a book. For real. You don't, it's pretty cool what you can do. So you can do a report on your industry. Special reports are great. You can do a radio show. Remember, all this takes time and planning and education of yourself, but you can do it. It's just the initial setup, a little hand-holding. Once it's set up, you can outsource it. You can do it yourself. You can do all the things you love to do. So recently we got Tokyo Olympics we got the, what's it called? The Switch, we got Olympics. And there's all these games on there. And I like the 100-meter runs and so on. But then there's these other games that I just don't like. So guess what? I don't play them. I just play the games I like. It's like in marketing. I just do the marketing I truly enjoy and I know that gets results. Do the same for yourself. So be creative. You need a prospecting golf bag. And a prospecting golf bag, here's all the low cost, no cost ways that you can send a message out. What you don't have here is what words you say. That's the most difficult part. The moment you have a, what's it called, a swipe file or a resource that you can go and grab ideas from, marketing really becomes so much more fun and enjoyable. You can just copy this. You can use all of them, please do. And you want to be using all these low cost, no cost promotions. You want to use all of them. All of these will generate leads. And you want to really focus on that target market, which we talked about earlier on. And I can talk about any of these at length, but for the sake of time, we'll just continue. Packaged profits. People buy value, guys. Everyone loves purchasing value. The more value you can give, the better off you are going to be, and the better off the people you're working with are going to be as well. So free delivery, free storage, buy one, get one free, competitions, prizes, membership programs, gift vouchers, whatever you can think of, this all helps you. This completely helps you. McDonald's developed a Happy Meal. Vehicles become the executive models. You can start, what about the starter package for the ease of entry? I just had recently someone put together a COVID kit. No joke. They're putting together a COVID kit and now they're selling that COVID kit. I love it. It's amazing. I was like, yes, great idea. Go and do it. Show me the marketing afterwards and we'll perfect that process and we'll perfect the persuasion of it. So develop a widget, package it, apples to oranges. Really, you have no competition. There is no competition. What you have is uneducated people that just don't know what you do yet. And all you need is the opportunity to tell them what you do. That's it. Apples to oranges. Don't be the same as everyone else. You don't have to be. What do people do before, during, and after pain? So, and this is important. There's a lot of holistic practitioners when it comes to the marketing industry. And we have to understand that the reason why we are holistic practitioners in marketing is because we want the pain to go away. We don't want that pain any longer. We want to eliminate the pain for the people that we work with. But they need to understand that we understand that they are in pain. So we have to understand that process, write that process down. What do people do before, during, and after pain? Just write that one thing down today and then tell me, and we'll have a great conversation. We can have an hour-long conversation just on that. And hopefully we'll have multiple hour-long conversations. Maintenance programs work very well. An example of that is a pool industry, the pool company. We had a pool company come to us and they were just installing pools. And we said, why don't you have a maintenance program? Like, oh, it's going to take too much work to do a maintenance program. And so we did a cost analysis and we showed them that they would make about 50% of their profits on just having a maintenance program. And they said, okay, we'll start a maintenance program. Because they're already installing the pool. How much easier is it to sell a pool when you include a maintenance program for the first year free? A lot easier. And that's a great special offer. Creating equity in the business. So this is how you sell a business. Creating equity is how you sell a business. So here what you have is develop a process for your client list. So always get their coordinates. This is part of your key performance indicators. Your business is valued based on the names, emails, and phone numbers you have in your database. Have a coupon offer that expires within 15 days or 14 days. Have a thank you card that you send in the mail or a thank you message. It's also called a sticking message. Have a newsletter that you send out on the first Tuesday of the month. Personally, I don't do newsletters. I find them a lot of work, but I do special events, which is basically my newsletter. So maybe a letter every 30 days with a 2-for-1 of some sort. A maintenance program. So all of this is a way to build equity. They're components of your sales process. Oh, Jason says, hold it, Odin. Newsletters can be repurposed into blog content. Rethink that. Actually, I have. It's actually a good rethought, Jason. Thank you very much. I appreciate that about you. So most successful follow-ups, typically 18 mails. I think that we had Ryan here from the electric company earlier on. Ryan says, I've been receiving your messages a long time, Odin. I finally had the time to show up. That's exactly how it works. That's how it works. We show up when the timing is right. We show up when the timing is right. 18 messages. You have to be prepared. You're in for the long haul. So 4 personal calls. Do you call people? Voice broadcasts. 2 maybe contests. We're just giving you ideas now of what you can add to your marketing plan. Turn 30 days. You can turn 30 days into 14 days by speeding this process up. 14, create word of mouth on steroids. Use the E-Myth strategy is what it's suggesting here. So become top 10% in your industry. And the way you do that is becoming known, getting your name out there. Sorry, guys, I'm not able to see all of your amazing comments right now. I just want to keep on going. I'm noticing them in the compliments. And Tracy, everyone's loving your little one behind you there. And I have to say 2 thumbs up on that, because marketing is a family occasion. It is, absolutely. It's a brainstorming. It's totally creative. It's fun. So what you want to do is you want to do free offers. And you send those to referrals. Again, you notice how I'm saying a lot about offers, free, value. This is how you build interest and build goodwill in the community. Ask for referrals in a letter, in an email. Display or announce top referrals. Like Jason is one of our top referrals. Absolutely. And so is James. And so is Dr. D. These guys are amazing. So host referral events. And this, actually, it's a great idea. This in a way is a referral event. You guys are talking freely. You guys are doing business. I see you guys exchanging emails. This is what this event is meant to be. It's meant to be a place where we do network. You want to, this is really good at creating for publicity. You're creating the star. You're creating a story. The story, of course, had a problem. That star solved that problem and provided us all a solution. And this is a way of writing. It's a writing style. And you need to educate people to buy and refer more. It is a process that just is ongoing. You have to remind people. People are not necessarily thinking about referring you right now. You develop trust and rapport is what Jennifer says. Thanks, Jennifer. So number 12, create short-term sales surges. You can offer big discounts. It's your business. You can do what you want, right? For a believable reason, though. So don't just go do something and just say, oh, it's for nothing. Do it for a reason. You can do quarterly events. You can do a sale on your stock or a stock take, or what you can do is you could do an expansion. There's many reasons. And then you just have to create that reason and then put the time behind it. Put the time behind it. So then we can do sales for new clients and members, for new and old and outdated stock. So much we can do. We can have the sales staff promote new staff. We can have new team members promotions. We can have a promotion of the month. We can host events. We can create contests. We can do trade-in offers, selling apples to oranges. Again, all of these are simply just ideas. We're saying to ourselves, Odin, what I want to do is I want to create a quarterly event. Let's do that. And we set up the necessary time in order to create that quarterly event. Next is embrace technology. You got to. Things are changing, guys. We're in a totally technological world now. It's pretty amazing. Everything we do is in technology, almost. There's still a lot of the physical world out there, but we're doing a lot more online. So embrace technology. The web works for you. These are the mentalities you need to have. What's really wonderful is some of my clients are 55, 60-year-old guys, and I had to do Zoom trainings with them. And they said, okay, let's get going. They're totally open to it. They're embracing technology. They understand that it is the way of the future. It's the old construction guys that are used to doing everything the same old way. They got to adapt. So you can do teleseminars. Webinars, podcasts, blogs on the internet, video broadcasts, all of these take a little bit of time and energy, absolutely doable. So you can see here that we've given you lots of ideas to create your own marketing plan. All I'm asking you to do is to create the necessary time over the next 13 weeks to look at every one of these slides and decide which one part you're going to work on that week. Now, if you want to speed that process up, you can definitely do that. You can do it within 13 hours. It's about how much time you want to put into it. Create those short-term sales surges. They're a must to profitable marketing. So, profitable marketing, you have to be clear over clever. Just be clear. Let people know exactly what it is that you've got. Let them know the pains, the frustrations. Just communicate to them. Really show that you've actually done the research. Have an educational component. It's really, really awesome when I have business owners educate me more about a business that I don't necessarily know. Because as a marketing person, I want to know as much as I can about every business that I encounter. Don't take shortcuts. Follow up. It takes work. You have to love making phone calls. And guys, I have these notes right here. They're little personal notes. You can't see them, but I'll just read them out loud because I find them interesting. I collect accredited investors. I love this. I love making phone calls, Zoom calls, any kind of call. It's like right here, I look at this. I remind myself that I love to do this. I got to do this stuff too, guys. I got to do the practice, the same thing you guys do. Say exactly. We focus on benefits and compete on value. I increase my revenue 1% each week. I am healthy, motivated, well-trained professional salesperson. Then these are choice. And I essentially say these to myself, and I think it's important, musts, for you to have these kinds of motivational quotes around you as well. Don't cut corners, guys. It's not worth it. It really does damage reputations. Sure does. So overcome objections. Objections are simply, I don't have enough information, or maybe it's not the right time right now. So let's answer those. Promote change. Promote something new. New is good. Be the person that is brand new and cutting edge. Collect coordinates. Always get the name, email, and phone number of the people that you're working with. Put it in a database like HubSpot, Agile CRM, whatever it is that you're using for free, in order to have a follow-up process where you take notes and then create an ongoing follow-up process for that. Create alliances and joint ventures. Sells apples to oranges. And when we mean sell apples to oranges, is everyone else is selling their features. Don't sell features, sell benefits and value. That's what the apples to oranges means. We're giving real value, real information. And then share actual knowledge, because knowledge is actually power. And when you empower people, they like you more. I think, at least. So, features tell, benefits sell. We all have these gaps, guys. These are the gaps that we've identified for small business owners. They have poor time management skills. Their goals are still in their head. They have lacking systems. They lack strategic thinking. They don't understand the numbers. They don't understand the sales process. They have ineffective marketing, lack of prospecting. They don't know how to leverage the contacts they have. They don't have great recruiting, training, and development. They have lack of value-added initiatives, and they lose motivation. You know what I just did, guys? I hired a virtual assistant, a high-level virtual assistant business manager, to help me start putting together better systems so I can hire more virtual assistants. The marketing guy hiring a coach? Crazy. Go figure. Absolutely, I have. Losing your motivation. Biggest gap that business owners have is they fail to recognize they own a sales and marketing company. First and foremost, you own a sales and marketing company. So why are you here? Chances are you have a new business, something has changed. Hasn't a lot changed in the industry, in all the marketplace in the world today? Maybe you're trading time for money. You've heard it all before, but are you doing it? Are you doing it effectively? Are you doing it profitably? What is the next level, and how quickly can you get there? We know that Gretzky didn't become Gretzky overnight. And what I'm saying here, guys, is you got to be prepared, like Gretzky, to actually practice, to actually do the work, to actually get in there, to get your hands dirty, to actually do the copy, to actually make fun out of this business, or go get a job and work for someone else, because this is what's going to be required for your success. Guys, I've been doing this way longer than the average business owner succeeds. So I know that when I was doing this back in 2007, I phoned a lot of the businesses from back then. A lot of them were out of business, guys. More than 80%. And I was like, woo, those are real numbers. So I want to see you guys here 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years from now. I really do. There's two kinds of peoples out there, guys. There's the zappers and the sappers. And the zappers lift you up and they give you energy and they tell you can do it, and we're going to do it together. And the sappers are like, I don't know. It's going to be a lot of work. Yes. And guess what? Many hands make light work, my friends. And you get zapped when you're around your friends. It's fantastic. I love it. So here, we want to spend time with successful people. We want to spend time doing training with motivational speakers, using mentors, forming partnerships. Remember, your business really is a reflection of you. You want the right tools to get the job done. You can't play 18 holes on a regular golf course with just a putter. You at least need a 7-iron and some other tools. So you want to practice using these tools. That's what's really key. You want to know what is good and what is bad before you're actually doing it. You want to learn from the mistakes. Today, I had 2 professional marketers take a look at that campaign I had. I had a 23% open rate, and they told me that was astounding. It was awesome. I want to get it up at 30 and 40%. That's what I'm going for. We can help you with that. Have an instructor, a mentor, a coach, a consultant, someone who really knows what you're going through, someone who can seize your business from the outside, someone who's going to be able to tell you the truth without fear. And that's what I do, guys. I'll tell you the truth. Someone who's going to keep you on track. We do everything we just talked about above. I'm going to put you on the hot seat. Something I haven't done before. You're going to work it out with me. We're going to do the sales and marketing plan baseline. Everything we talked about today, we're going to spend 5 hours together mapping it out as a group. I think it's going to be pretty fun. So we're going to work out where you want to be as a group. We're going to have breakout groups. We're going to work this process out. I'm going to go throughout the groups. It's going to be fun. We're going to show you how to double your referrals, double your sales, triple your profits. It's going to be a marketing plan mastermind. And we're going to take all the ideas and we're going to customize yours for the next however many months. It depends how slow you go or how fast you go within our 5 hours. It's going to be pretty cool though. So we're going to work out the 13 points for your business. We're also going to add the smart marketing time system. And that's something that is typically only reserved for our highest paying clients, the ones that work with us privately, one-on-one, for our ongoing accountability sessions each week. I'm going to throw that in there for you because you need it. We're going to create a bulletproof roadmap that's going to outline your success. You're going to do there was a special pricing for bootcamp attendees. And if you've probably gone there already and checked it out, you should, Canadian marketing team /feedback. It's going to be on a Saturday from 11 to 4. That's my ideal time. I thought it was a good 5 hours. We can spend a little bit of the sunniest time of the day kind of thing and just, get it worked out. Just one day. If we need a little bit more than that one day and I see we need more, guess what? I'm the kind of person that will absolutely offer more. Yeah, I'm going to put all that in there in just a moment. Just give me a second. I'm going to show you all of this. So you're going to get bonus access to our weekly how-to mastermind groups for 4 weeks. We're actually just starting how to build amazing lead generating websites over the next 4 weeks right now. Perfect timing for you to come in and check that out. Low cost, high revenue generating websites. And you're also going to get access to our swipe files for 30 days. I'm going to show you what that is in just a moment. So here's our Marketing Inner Circle membership. I just want to show you that right now, what you're going to be getting. Check this out. So this right here is everything that our ultimate coaching system includes. So you're going to get our e-learning weekly series, our quick start program, our more leads, more conversions, more transactions, higher prices, more profits, and build $1 million business, access to our online swipe file. This is an astounding amount of information. It is my go-to resource for all I do when it comes to marketing. My templates, everything. It's fantastic. We go through, these are the videos, all the videos that you'll have access to. You can complete it all within 52 hours, quite reasonably. It all comes with workbooks. And then here's this quick start program. Everything comes in the quick start program. And every one of these also comes with videos. I mean, like, quite frankly, with a proper marketing plan, this becomes a very valuable resource where you're no longer wasting time. I'm throwing that in. It's just, you get it. I want you to have it. So just want to make sure that we're here. Yep, there we go. Perfect. Next, what I'm doing, just waiting for it to go. There we go. Next, what we're offering is we're offering the this video here. It's a create a compelling elevator pitch. We're also offering the create a lead capturing business card. We're also offering the create a prospect and capture lead page. They're all self-sufficient. You go through the workbook, you work the workbook out, and then you got yourself templates. It's all there, all done for you. And then how to use all these videos and put it all together. Then we have the everything you know about marketing is wrong video that we're going to give you as well. And all of this is, you can just go down there. Everything is time sensitive. Some testimonials from Dr. D from Tap Into Genius. And it's 99 bucks, $100. So what you do, by the way, I've never offered this before. It's the first time I've offered this. For 5 hours of working with me one-on-one, I think it's going to be pretty much worth it. So what you do is you go over here. Donna is fantastic. We're working together. You just go down here, you fill out your name, your email, your phone number, because I need to know who you are. You can fill out, I want some feedback, please. Tell me your top 3 takeaways from today. I want to know, what are the 3 things you want to know when talking to us, the ideal time to get a hold of you. And, oh, I thought that was, there it is. And right down here, we have you can just click it or unclick it if you want it or not. It all depends to you. But I do want your feedback regardless. And you just click that right there. And if $99 is too much for you, then just let me know. All right, guys. I don't believe there is anything more.